Hi, Nicole Ben Simon here on a Friday evening from Melbourne, Victoria in Australia, and we are currently in lockdown and having to wear masks, so that's my mask. I'm just sitting at the park right now and wanted to just talk about how we purchase an order from the universe. And basically what I mean by that is whatever we say, whatever we feel, whether we're saying it out loud or if we're just thinking it, that energy actually sticks. And so when we're thinking sort of negative thoughts, unhappy thoughts, fearful thoughts, we may not realize, but it's actually like placing an order to the universe. So if I'm saying, you know, I'm not well and I'm sick and I'm very weak and I'm always tired, then you're actually commanding your body to actually do that, and you're placing an order for it to be that way. And your words are very powerful and your thoughts are very powerful. And so I just wanted to make you aware that when we start becoming the observer of our thoughts and we start being more aware of what feelings we're feeding, then we can, by having the awareness, we have the ability to keep those thoughts in order and be in control of what we dwell on. Because as you know, depressive thoughts can just feed off each other, and you know, one thought after the other. I'm not enough, nobody likes me. You can just get into this whole big ball of negative energy, which is very, very hard to come out of once you have the momentum of negativity. And so when you have the awareness that everything that you're thinking and everything that you're saying and believing, even if it's just a thought that you think to yourself, I'm fat or I'm unattractive and I don't like this and I don't like that, you're stating that is how it is. And so the energy around that is actually delivering to you what it is that you're thinking. And I remember when I started realizing the power of my thoughts, it took me a while to really it's almost like being an umpire of your thoughts, and really just being aware when a thought creeps up that's unconscious, that you're just not really aware of, and then just ask yourself, is this benefiting me? Is this benevolent? Is this how I want to see myself, and is this how I want the world to see me? And once you get on top of it, and once you become a filter to your thoughts, then you're able to be more aware of what chain of thoughts that you allow to live inside of your head. So I find that if I'm about to start this negative self-talk, I stop in my tracks now, because it actually comes quite naturally to me to be aware that these thoughts are not serving me. And I quickly realize that it's not my true self speaking, and I quickly just breathe and just allow for some space, and then allow the opposite of what it is that I was thinking. So for example, let's just say I'm not tech savvy, I use technology, but obviously, I'm not as tech savvy, let's say, as the younger generation that have, sort of grown up with it. So I'm aware of this. I'm aware that that's not my absolute strength. And sometimes, if I'm trying to download something or trying to, send something and something's not working, I find myself falling into that pattern of, I just, I can't get my crap together, and getting into this whole cycle of victimhood, it's so annoying. Why does it happen to me? And I've got no one to help me, and all of this sort of stuff. And the minute that I notice that happening, because that's just something that I've noticed, that it is my, not my strength, but I notice the thoughts starting to come into my head that are not serving me. And rather than beat myself up about it, I actually leave my computer. I actually turn it off and I go and do something else. And it's one of those things that you just stop that energy in its tracks. And then, I'll go and make myself a cup of coffee or something like that. And then whatever, a few things happen in the day. And then I will come back to it with a different energy field, and when I come back with it, I'm back to it. I'm in a different space, and I'm more open to being in the flow. And often, I find that really makes a difference, and my problem gets resolved. It's the same idea as losing your keys. That could be the most frustrating thing, and then you batter yourself up about it. And what I've learned to do is, okay, I know that I'm going to find them, and I know that the universe has my back, and then I'll go and calmly do something else. And all those thoughts that are going to make me stressed out, like I've got to make a phone call because I'm going to run late and I can't do this and I can't do that, I just don't buy into all of that, and I just get myself into a space of calmness. And when we do that, we are actually allowing space for the flow to come in. So the thing is that we really, everything that we think, everything that we talk about, everything that we feel is a purchase order to the universe. So the idea is to be aware of what you're ordering, because if you're ordering sickness, if you're ordering sadness, if you're ordering depression, that's what will be delivered to you. And so if you're in that cycle of darkness, the best thing to do is to step out of it and to find something that creates light in you. And it could be the simplest of things. It could just be going to take the dog for a walk in the park, and then, just while you're at the park, you just manage to elevate your vibration. And once you elevate your vibration, you allow yourself to be in the receptive mode, so you can receive positive benefits of what life has to offer you. And the idea is not to get yourself into the momentum of and the cycle of victimhood, because once you get into that momentum, and once you're in that that regurgitating energy of negativity, it's much harder. It's like it's like having a circle or a wheel, and it's gaining momentum, and it's very hard to stop when the wheel is going really fast, because it's got to slow down, then it's got to go to a pause, and then it's got to start turning back the other way. So if you want to change your dark thoughts to lighter thoughts, the idea is to not let them accumulate and not feed them, so that it gets to a point where it's almost irreversible. It's never irreversible, but it's just harder to get out of that momentum of darkness and depression when you are feeding those thoughts. So if you see them coming up, you say, no, I don't. This is not the order I'm placing. This is not the order I'm placing. I am placing positive vibes, and you just change your ability to see life in a different way, and just stop what you're doing that's creating all of this darkness, and find something that will take your mind away from it and allow positivity to come through. So it's one of those things that if you're not an aware person and you're not aware of what's going on, your mind can control you. But when you are aware of what's going on, you get to control your mind. You get to say, this is not happening. I'm not allowing this to happen. And you get to be the boss of your thoughts. You get to be the commander of what it is that you are ordering from the universe. So just a thought to just to encourage you to be aware of your thoughts and be that observer. of what's going on in your mind, because your mind is more powerful than you think. So have a wonderful weekend full of positive thoughts and positive vibes, and we will speak soon.